Mabuhay, Kamusika, welcome. How are you? This is Dr. Philippines from the studios of Love Beyond the Sea. I want to talk about an interesting question here. As I like to do, talk about relationship questions, let you know kind of where I'm coming from, maybe give you a little bit of my background, and just to give people something to think about. I think relationships are an interesting topic because I think most people want to be in a relationship. I had no idea until after I got married just how difficult it seems to be for people to get into a relationship, and I thought it was hard. Back in 2015, when I finally found somebody. But what I want to talk about today is, will anyone love me romantically? What do I do? How can I stop feeling that no one will ever love me or want me romantically? And I think we all want that. It helps to maybe clarify what that means. When I think of the word romantic or romantically, um, first you think of, well, is that sexual? Is that what somebody is thinking about? Or romantic? Are we just talking about like being in love, the things that go with that, having somebody to be with and do things with, and to be with us, excuse me, later on in their life? And I suppose it could be both of those things. Um, I can say that for somebody being alone for a long time and then getting married, it is very, very nice to be married because you can have the physical side to it. You can give and receive, and that's one of the greatest things there is. Um, However, just having somebody around, somebody to just cozy up to on the sofa, watching TV like we do, or go to a movie, just go for a walk, go for a spin somewhere, just decide what you want to do, take a trip somewhere. It is a wonderful thing. So I think one thing maybe a person could do is not be too picky, if that's possible, that you could be too picky, um, because there's no perfect person out there, and you only see what you can see, and they only see what they can see on the surface. When you're with somebody a long, long time, then you get to see who they really are. So while it's important to learn about somebody before you get married, certainly you'll continue to learn some things after you're married, and then you'll have to adapt to each other. But I would not focus on your looks so much, or even necessarily their looks. Now, I'm not going to tell anybody that it's not important, because it is to most people, especially to guys. It's important to be attracted to someone, and thankfully there's a lot of women that are attractive, and they don't have to be the so-called model or 10, but that's not what a loving, caring, giving, receiving relationship is about. It's not about how much money somebody has. It's not about how they look. It's not about how tall they are, how much just their intellect, the college education, that sort of thing. um, a relationship, a romantic relationship, where two people like each other and have fun together, care for each other, shouldn't have much of anything to do with those things. So I guess if I was in a rut, and I certainly was at one time for a very long time, I focused on what I could do about myself, whether it was you know my clothes, or my attitude, or what I did with my spare time. I kept looking, but I kept learning about relationships and learning, you know, what it might take to make a marriage work. And a lot of that is what I put in my channel, Love Beyond the Sea. I've been married for 5 years now. I went to the Philippines to find my wife, and I'm glad I did. I don't have to look like Brad Pitt to her. I don't have to be Bill Gates as far as income is concerned. I'm free to be me and to be the best me that I can with my wife. Now, I am very attracted to her. As I said, most men do want someone that they are attracted to. But as far as getting somewhere romantically, that's not going to get you very far. So, just my advice would be, somebody is dying for a romantic relationship, you know, keep looking. If you're a guy, don't be picky. Look at places you haven't looked before. If it has to be overseas, that's an option. Um, I'm sure you've asked everybody you know if there's somebody out there that they could introduce you to, and possibly they've said they don't know anybody. Um, but it is important to have romance, to have somebody in your life that you look forward to seeing, and you look forward to making yourself a part of their life and having them make themselves a part of your life. So that won't happen if you ever give up. Um, so don't ever give up, and because I don't think you're going to feel any better or make yourself feel better and talk yourself out of it. I think it will be a struggle for you. So try to reach out where you can, get involved in somebody. Maybe they're not somebody that would be your first choice. Um, focus on their character, because when you're good to somebody, chances are they're going to respond and be good back to you. Has to start somewhere. Um, I mean, this is the $64,000 question. Where do I find somebody? And I wish I had the answer to that question. At some point, a guy has to ask a girl out, a man has to ask a woman out, and risk rejection, and and you have to learn just move on from that until you find somebody that maybe they really open up to you. Maybe you just can't tell what they're like until you spend some time with them. But if you want the give and take romantic relationship, somebody to have in your life, I think you just have to keep asking. There's no magic solution. Keep asking. Make sure that you're not asking people that you just don't want to, you couldn't see yourself married to. I wouldn't just go for a fling or something like that, because then that could end up in disaster. So maybe it's time to look at your mental list of people that you're interested in getting to know, and go over why that is exactly, and possibly start looking at different qualities in that person. Um, I'm the same person I was when I was alone, but I have somebody that I greatly look forward to spending as much time with as possible, my wife, and I just had to let her know I cared, even though I didn't know her very well. I wanted to be a good husband, and we got married very, very quickly. But I did something out of my comfort zone, and went to marry somebody that I had not even met before. But we did spend a lot of time online, and I think we established that we wanted to have a marriage together, and we wanted to make it work. And the whole thing was kind of exciting in that there was um, so many things that were different about each other, but you can't give up. Um, if you're a woman, you just have to maybe open yourself up to different opportunities from different guys. If you're a guy, really always should look at character. You'll find somebody you're interested in, but you know, are they going to be fun to be with? Someone you can laugh with, someone you can hang out with and do something with or do nothing with. But it is important. I'll never say that the physical aspect is unimportant. I'll never say that romance is overrated. To me, romance is just having somebody to go out with and to be with, whether it's dating or marriage, and getting to know each other and kind of becoming exclusive. So it's just the two of you. I think that's where the romance really grows, is when you spend a lot of time with that one person. So, how can I stop feeling that I'll never be in a romantic relationship? You have to stop thinking about that. That's for sure. And just prepare yourself as well as you can. I wish there was more to it than that. These relationship questions are not easy to answer because not everybody has a relationship. And I feel bad for that, but I was in that same position myself. And so I dug deep, did something different, got married. Now I have a channel, Love Beyond the Sea, where I talk about relationship things. And, you're going to get hurt from time to time in any close romantic relationship because, that's the person you're closest to. That's the person you care the most about, what they think about you and what you think about them. And so while there are some thorns occasionally in a romantic relationship, even that shouldn't dissuade you from getting involved. So I think that's the take home here in this message. I wish I could be more optimistic about this. You just have to try. You have to keep looking. You have to make changes in yourself if there's something you can do. If you may have to ask somebody that knows you well, that can give you an honest answer. Might be a family member, and say, okay, what do I need to do? Is there something, we're not perfect, nobody is, but is there something I need to do that would help my chances? And they may see things that you can't. And then maybe you'll be able to see that, well, maybe that has contributed to this in some way. So that's what I'm going to say about that. And let me know in the comments section, will anyone love me romantically? What to do? I think you just got to keep going, keep plugging away, keep thinking that it's worth it, and maybe look for different traits in somebody. But maybe look at some couple and say, well, that could be me. And you could ask your friends, your coworkers, where did you meet? And probably nothing too magical about it. They just met and they got together, and they're both human, and now they enjoy each other's company. And I hope that can happen for you. So hopefully I'll pick an easier question to answer next time. But stay tuned for more videos from Dr. Phil Apines on Love Beyond the Sea.